do have to stay like socially distanced and all that stuff. Like, there is a lot of people trying to watch out for each other in hard times and good times.
But first, after a week involving a shooting standoff and a massive fire that burned down several homes, neighbors in Albert Lea are left to pick up the pieces. Good evening and thank you for tuning in. I'm Miguel Octavio. The tight-knit and typically quiet town of Albert Lea made headlines twice this week. Looking at the year Freeborn County has had, it's been anything but easy. From Waseca police officer Eric Matson's injury, COVID-19, a number of tragic deaths. Then this week, that's just to name some. Joining me now in studio is ABC 6 News reporter JORDYN Reed to shed some light on the more recent events.
Miguel, on Sunday, an active shooter standoff put a shelter-in-place order in part of town and left a state trooper hurt. Days later, a massive warehouse fire, which is forcing residents near that site to relocate. I had the opportunity to speak with some of the displaced residents and how they are processing everything that has happened this week and how they're moving on after these life-changing events.
To say that this last week was wild is an understatement.
I never in a million years, or never in 4 generations of Albert Leans, expected this much action in sunny little Albert Lea, Minnesota. Not ever. All of my tenants started calling me right away, sending me pictures of the tanks that were in our parking lot, telling me that they were hearing gunshots. I actually have a retired officer who lives at my apartment, and I trusted his judgment when he said, "No, Robert, this isn't fireworks. These are gunshots."
We heard about 6 gunshots, and right then we were like, "Oh, this is serious, I guess." I smelled the burning sensation. I thought it was maybe a Christmas tree or any kind of lights or anything like that. And after walking around the house, noticing it wasn't that, I looked outside, saw smoke. Saw a police officer downstairs. Once we noticed the fire was getting pretty bad, I started getting Ozzy dressed, and the cop came up and told us, "Hey, we got to get going, time to go."
My wife had just taken the dogs out, and she said it smelled really funny and came back in, and about 2 minutes later I could smell it, so we looked out the window and there was smoke kind of billowing out everywhere.
In the past week, the Methodist Church housed over 140 people from Shady Oaks on Sunday. And then on Thursday evening, we were the evacuation point for those at the fire. So it's just been a really long 2020.
Oh, these guys are rock stars. A day's notice to help.
All the people that are together right now helping everybody move didn't plan on taking out of their Saturday to help 4 families move all over town, but just like that, boom, everybody's here giving each other a hand. I had people move out of apartments so that a complete stranger had somewhere to move to because of the fire damage that happened.
I think that it's just important to come together, I guess, as a community and help each other out as best as we can.
While we do have to stay like socially distanced and all that stuff, like, there is a lot of people trying to watch out for each other in hard times and good times, and they become a family.
We're just a small snapshot of, I think, how much good there is out there. And if little old Albert Lea can bounce back from all of these and all these bigger issues we're fighting everywhere else, if this is just compounded a little bit more, I think we're all going to be just fine.
We are told the 4 families that are relocating all have new places to move into. A GoFundMe has been set up for a family. You can find more information on our website.